So Mr. Satya, question number 5. A boy has enough money to buy 20 books. Okay. If each book costs 25 paise less, he could buy 2 more books and still have 70 paise left. How much money does the boy have? So there are 2-3 things that we need to understand. One is that this boy has enough money to buy 20 books. So this is the first thing that you need to remember. The second thing is, if each book costs 25 paise left, we should remember that this 25 paise, 100 paise is equal to 1 rupee. Mr. Satya, are we aware of this? Mr. Satya. So 25 paise would be equal to 25 upon 100 rupees. Mr. Satya, any doubt?
I wasn't able to hear you.
Okay. Are we aware that 100 paise is 1 rupee? Are we aware of this, Mr. Satya?
Yes, sir.
So 25 paise would be equal to 25 upon 100 rupees. Are we aware of this?
Yes, sir.
And 70 paise would be equal to 70 upon 100 rupees. Is it okay? Are we comfortable with this?
Yes, sir.
So this is the second thing that we need to remember. The third thing that we need to remember is, if each book costs 25 paise less. So for example, if you assume that cost of each book is rupees X per book, then he is able to buy 20 books. Now this is the meaning of the first line. Satya, are we comfortable with the first line?
Yes, sir.
So we are assuming that the book costs rupees X per book, and because he is able to buy 20 books out of this, so the total money that he would have, would be equal to rupees 20x. Mr. Satya, have you understood this or not?
Yes, sir.
Now in the second line, what they are saying is, if each book costs 25 rupees, 25 paise less, so the cost of each book is 25 paise less, which means that this x reduces to x minus 25 upon 100 rupees. Mr. Satya, is it making sense or we are getting confused?
It's making sense, sir.
But now, because the cost of each book has come down, he will be able to buy 22 books. Mr. Satya, have you understood this?
Yes, sir.
See, what is happening is that if cost of book, if cost of each book is rupees X, and I am able to buy 20 books, now if I reduce the price from X to X minus something, of course I'll be able to buy more books. Satya, have you understood?
Yes, sir.
So this is what the writer has made the problem to be, that if you reduce the price of each book, you will be able to buy 2 more books. That is, from 20, you will be able to buy 22 books. But then he says, and still have 70 paise left. So basically what he is trying to tell you is that if you reduce the cost of the book, from X to this is a reduced cost, you will be able to buy more books, plus you will have 70 paise left. Mr. Satya, is it making sense?
Yes, sir.
So the initial money that he would have, because each book costs X rupees and he is able to buy 20 books, therefore he will have this as the total amount. Satya, Are you comfortable with this or not?
Yes, sir.
And then what you do is you reduce the price of each book. You are able to buy 22 more books. Plus, you have money left also. Satya, is it making sense or not?
Yes, sir.
See, let me take an example. Maybe this will make sense, more sense now. Let us assume that the cost of each book is, let us assume rupees 10 per book. Yeah. And let us assume that you are able to buy, let us keep things simple. Let us assume you are able to buy 5 books. So the total money that you will have would be equal to, Mr. Satya,
50
50
rupees.
books. Great. But now what I do is I reduce the price of the book. I reduce the price of the book by, let us assume, 2 rupees. So now the book is costing 8 rupees per book. So is it making sense or not?
Yes, it's making.
Yeah, that is reduce the price further. Let us reduce the price to rupees 6. So of course you will be able to buy more books. So how many books you will be able to buy, Mr. Satya?
Also 8.
8. Shabash. So you will be able to buy comfortably. You will be able to buy 8 books. What will be the amount that you will be spending?
Also 50 only, like. No, so, no, sir. Sorry, sir.
8 into 6, na? 48
Yeah,
rupees.
sir.
And how much money would be left?
So 2 rupees.
2 rupees. So the money that you had is equal to the money that you have in the second case also. The money would remain the same. Satya, is it making sense or not?
Yes, sir.
So this is a bit difficult question. See, it becomes difficult because in the first instance, you'll have to make this equation. The first step is making this equation. The second step would be solving this equation. Satya, have you understood?
Yes, sir.
I am doing this sum assuming that this is not a MCQ, that this is a descriptive question. Have you understood what I've said?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So the question is, let us try to understand the question again. I've assumed that the cost per book is X. Using this, I'm able to buy 20 books. So the money that I have would be 20 into X, which is written here. Satya, is this okay?
Yes, sir.
Then the cost per book reduces by 25 paisa. Because my cost of each book is in rupees, that is why what I have said is that I will convert my 25 paisa into rupee. So that is why this is X minus 25 upon 100. Once I reduce the price, I am able to buy more books. I am able to buy 22 books. Satya, is it making sense?
Yes, sir.
And of course, I have some money left also. Is it making sense?
Yeah.
So that is why I took this example. This 50 is this amount. This 48 is this amount. Satya, is it making sense?
Yes, sir.
And the money which is left is this amount. Satya, is it okay?
Yes, sir. Understood.
So once you have crossed this step 1, of course the second difficulty would be to solve this equation. Satya, have you understood?
Yes, sir.
So whatever we have discussed, this is what is written here. The cost of each book is X, number of books is 20, this is the amount that you had. Then you reduce the price. This is where you have reduced the price, but you are able to buy more books. The money that you have, this 20x is here. Then you are able to buy more books. This is the expression for that. And this is the money which is left. Satya, is it making sense?
Yes, sir.
Now, once you have arrived at this point, there are two ways of going forward. One is you can solve the equation in terms of decimals. The second way is you can solve the equation in terms of fractions. Now I am more comfortable with fractions rather than decimals. Satya, have you understood?
Yes, sir.
So now it depends upon your comfort, howsoever you are comfortable with. So that is why I have reduced this 25 upon 100 to 1 by 4. Can you see this, Satya?
Yes, sir.
Similarly, I have this 70 upon 100 remains 70 upon 100. So have you understood till this step?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let me clear these things a bit. Yeah. Okay. So now it's just a matter of solving this whole of this equation. So this is the LCM 4x minus 1 upon 4. This is the LCM into 22 plus 70 upon 100 is equal to 20x. So what I have done is I have multiplied both sides by 100. Can you see here?
Yes,
What I
sir.
have done is I have multiplied both sides by 100. Once I did that, this 100 divided by 4 would be 25. That is why this 25 is there. This 4x minus 1 is this 4x minus 1. This 22 is this 22 plus 70. 100 will get divided. 100 will get divided by this 100. So that is why you see a 70 only here, and this would be 20x into 100. Just remember that this is a x here. This x. Don't forget this x. Satya, have you understood till here?
Yes, sir.
Once you reach this, then things become a bit comfortable because 25 into 22 is 550 into 4x minus 1 plus 70 is equal to 2000x. Then you solve for x. The value of x is rupees 2.4 per book. Mr. Satya, are we okay till here?
Yes, sir.
Now this is the cost of this 2.4 rupees per book is this cost. This 2.4 rupees 2.4 per book. Have you understood?
Yes, sir.
Now using this cost 2.4 per book, you will be able to get this amount, which is the money that the person had, which is if you multiply 2.4 into 20, you will get 48 as the answer. Satya, is it making sense or not?
Yes, sir. It's making sense.
So this is the correct answer. Any doubt?
No doubt, sir.
Great.